I had a really like it's a life-changing moment in my career actually, and it's crazy to me to think about how old I was in my life when I had this like aha moment. But it's like I think it's so telling about like why like when you're young and you feel like you know everything. Like I really wish that like somebody could have gone back and like shaken me because it's like this is such a core thing now to how I believe things work in the universe. But it's basically I was working this is ages ago. I was working on an encounter where I needed to spawn a bunch of NPCs, and we had this proprietary spawning system that you had to like. It's sort of like Unreal, but it was totally unique to us, and it was not super well developed yet. It was like very early going, and somebody just handed me, "Hey, here's this ticket. Go implement this thing." And I literally was like dumbfounded by it. Like I spent 30 minutes, 40 minutes trying to figure out how to do it. And basically, as soon as I ran into some very early bottlenecks, some like blockage, right? I was like, oh crap, I need to wait until the person who knows how to do this can show me what to do. Right. Which is what I think a lot of people do, right? You get stuck and you go like, okay, like I can't do it. I need somebody else to do it for me, right? And the executive producer on the project, who's a really good friend of mine now, he said, hey, let's figure it out. And he came and sat next to me, and we literally like walked through and reverse engineered how this other guy had done it in a different spot. And this other person, he's literally the executive producer on the project, had never worked in this system before ever. Like he had less experience than me at it, right? But he sat there and we just thought through logically, okay, what's an example that we could use as a, and like, oh, let's see what if we change this one box, what happens, right? And like let's just do a test, right? And he just walked through the thought process that he had to solving the problem. I have not gotten stuck since. Like it was such a moment
Mm.
of like, oh my gosh, like you can just solve this yourself. You never need to get stuck again. Right. Like that's yeah. And I just find it to be like an incredible lesson. But again, like I was probably in my late 20s when I learned that. It's
Right.
like and that's incredible, but it's like it means now like that's just a framing that I always have. That's a sort of a skill I always have. It's like, oh hey, like if you think you're stuck, you're not. Like there's a way to get yourself unstuck. There's always a way to get yourself unstuck. You should never be like, oh well, I'll just wait 3 days
Well,
ever.
my guess is when you were solving